Good morning. It is 8:01 on a Thursday morning. It is February the 22nd. What? And I'm going to be with you the whole time today. If you were watching yesterday, you'll remember I realized pretty much halfway through Coffee Talk that I was doing the 9 a.m. newscast in which I had to jet. Not going to happen today. I am not working today. It is you and me, baby. We are together in this thing. And let me just tell you, I've been looking around at the different tower cams this morning. It is stunning. There's a live look outside in Ocala, Marion County. The skies are so beautifully blue. Michael over on X says, good morning. It's very cold this morning. Can confirm, my friend. Janice, good morning. Mike, good morning. Oh, the yawns. I feel you, Cindy. Deborah over on YouTube, good morning. Take it in. Take it out. It's beautiful outside. That's Ocala. Let's see what's doing over in Brevard. Let's type that in. Let's look at Port Canaveral, shall we? Come on. Like, how pretty is that? You know, good night. Lake County. Let's check in on you, see what's doing over at Lake Louisa State Park. It's got to go find the camera. A little bit of schmutzy on the lens, otherwise we're good. And last but not least, let's head to Flagler County. See what's doing up in Marine Land this morning. Oh yeah, look at those waves. Like, let's just take a minute. Let's bring it full screen. I don't have audio on these cameras, but let's just close our not close. Can I reiterate? Let's open our minds. You can hear it, right? You can hear it. I'm going to take a minute. Just picture this moment of Zen. I can almost hear it. Okay. Anyway, I need a beach trip, can you tell? It's a beautiful start to our day. The skies are clear. Yeah, Taylor says you can hear it. It's just me breathing. It's just me breathing. All right, so there's our first warning live Doppler radar as I'm quickly coming over and, as I'm quickly logging into that computer to fix it. A lot of interference happening there. It's that, and apparently the VNC connection's not working. So, all right, at some point, somebody's going to have to fix that. Radar is in super hyperactive mode. Whatever. We know there's nothing out there. It's 51 degrees right now. Live temperature in Orlando. These update every 5 minutes. 38. Yeah, I know. Simmer down, Darth Vader. Exactly, Taylor. 37. Still chilly in Ocala. 48 degrees in Daytona Beach. And it is 52 degrees in Melbourne. Y'all, it is beautiful. But watch these temperatures working their way up into the upper range of the 60s today. It's going to be lovely, lovely, lovely outside, isn't it? Man, oh man, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. 62, 11 a.m., 68 degrees, 1 p.m. Some thin clouds, looking good. Mike says Eric's Darth Vader impersonation makes Taylor Walters hear the ocean. I know. I mean, I tried. For goodness sake. All right, so for today, 68 in the Villages, 69 degrees in Orlando, 70 in Palm Bay. Wherever you are, there you are. And it's gorgeous out today, right? Average high temperature, 76, so we're obviously going to be below average today. Here's a look at kind of the comparison around town. Left column is our forecast highs. Right column is the average temperatures. Man, is it pretty. Man, is it pretty. Now, that said, weather pattern for us is going to be shifting around just a little bit. We know today's looking good. We've got another cold front moving our direction, okay? This cold front not going to bring any kind of powerful thunderstorms, thankfully, but during the day on Friday, watching this cold front sneaking right down the peninsula, it will bring some showers. So late morning through tomorrow night, think about some rain impacting us, okay? Breezy, cloudy. Does not look like it's going to be a severe threat whatsoever. That's going to be our next weather maker. And what that does is that helps to take and right as our temperatures are starting to warm, pops that heat bubble. And it sets us up, y'all, it sets us up for some wonderful weather this weekend. So tomorrow we're going to be into the mid 70s for daytime highs. That is where we should be this time of year. But notice this weekend, ooh, man, that's looking great. That's looking great. So let's do this. Let's time out on Futurecast our rain chances for tomorrow. I know Alex Alisi has his big multi-engine check ride tomorrow, so obviously we need to try and do the best we can weather-wise and see what's doing. Jeannie says, I missed Eric's Darth Vader. Darn, I love his impersonation, or his impressions of anything. They're not that good. Trust me, it was not that good. I was trying to be quiet, but I was like, I was trying to do beach sounds. It's not that good. All right. Futurecast, 8 o'clock tomorrow, sunshine in the morning, okay? When we do coffee talk, more than likely I'll have a few sprinkles to track up north of town. 9, 10 o'clock, 11, 12 o'clock, we start to see those showers marching into the metro, right? Or at least marching into our coverage area, a better line of rain, all right? So I think that morning, a few sprinkles north, but then we get into some actual showers afternoon time frame. There's 2:30, 3 o'clock, rain moving into Flagler, Marion, Putnam, Northern Lake County, right? And then 3:30, 4, 5 o'clock getting into the metro. So timeline-wise, it looks like for the metro, afternoon showers. For our northern areas, you may have a couple of other opportunities to see some rainfall, right? All right, so that's 5 p.m., 6, 7 o'clock, getting into our southern areas, and then gradually by 8, 9, 10 o'clock, kind of clearing on out and looking good. And once it does that, people, once it clears out of our area, we are going to set the stage for a phenomenal weekend. Look at this. Upper 60s Saturday, lower 70s on Sunday, beautiful sunshine there. Oh my goodness, this is going to be good. Yowza. Love that so much. Love that so much. This weekend, it's going to feel like late winter in Central Florida. And it's a good thing it will, because guess what? We've got a lot of events going on around Central Florida, right? We've got the Princess Half Marathon on Sunday. Now it's half marathon weekend, which means that tomorrow we've got the 5K, low weather impact, temperatures nice and cool. Saturday the 10K, low weather impact, temperatures nice and cool. Sunday half marathon, low impact, temperatures nice and cool. I love when I get to use those graphics. Love that so much. Love that. Did I mention how much I love that? Man, love that. Love that. Okay, all right. So, perfect for the princess races. Then, guess what? It's Central Florida. Wouldn't be Central Florida without yet another pattern shift. Let me take you, my friends, to next week, where during the week, we kind of watch this upper level high, this big ridge build over top of us, and it's going to start some spring-like adjustments. By Wednesday of next week, we watch temperatures into the 80s. That's more of an April type temperature. It'll be above average for us, but it's coming. And then by late next week, we're watching another cold front. Now, I've got to tell you, I love it 5 more times, Taylor. All right, yeah. Robin's over the cold. I feel you. Well, there you go for next week. So you can definitely... Do I love that, Terry asks? Oh, I do. So you can definitely tell, though, looking at this kind of overall weather pattern, that spring is trying to take over a little bit. It's trying to get its little hands in there. Right? Because the cool front comes in tomorrow, brings a few showers. Hold on a second. I need to restart this computer. That's all fakakta. Hold on a second. Sometimes it loses its sync, and I need to fix that. A few showers tomorrow, and then we clear out for the weekend. It's going to be beautiful. But that shower chance that comes in tomorrow is going to be fairly light. It's associated with the cold front, right? There we go. Now we're synchronized correctly. All right. So now that that's out of the way, the shower chance is like, half inch or less of rain. But you'll notice that the temperatures getting into next week are getting into the 80s, right? These cold fronts are shorter lived and they're not as cold. And now we're starting more and more to see 80s popping up on the forecast. So essentially, spring is starting, my friends. We've still got some time until spring has completely sprung. But yeah, Cindy says Phil saw his shadow. So spring is coming early, which means winter has to cram in all the cold into a shorter time period. That's why it's been colder. It's true. It's science. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful weather. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Michael's asking, Orlando City Soccer opening night on Saturday downtown. Listen, Michael, I mean, there's your 7-day forecast, right? Like Saturday, high of about 69. Morning low of 54. So game time will probably be in the lower 60s, I would suspect. Hold on one second. Bost emailed. Jeannie says, I hope spring lasts more than a minute because, bam, we'll be in Florida hot oppressive summer before we know it. Now, you're right about that, right? You're right about that. Oh, man. So, that said, enjoy these little tastes of cool because they are going to be fewer and further between. Right? It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful forecast. All right, so the showers tomorrow are coming on in. Let's do this, though. Let's take a look at the global models because we do have a couple of features that should be coming up here in the next, couple of days that play out with my long-range forecast. So I want to check in and see how they're looking. So let's take a look. All right. So here we go. We got that little front moving through tomorrow, bringing us a few showers, high pressure building in through the weekend. Next feature I'm looking for, a little something north of Puerto Rico there on March 1st. I'm looking around March the 3rd. You see there's like a little piece of low pressure out in the Gulf. It should be further north, but the GFS is kind of taking it and running with it, figuring it out. That's a 6Z run. Let me go back. There it is, kind of central Gulf around the 4th, 5th. The GFS is trying to figure it out. It should be around March 3rd. You kind of see something there in the Gulf and in the peninsula around the 3rd, 4th there. This is the 18Z from yesterday. Let me go to the 12Z. Yeah, see, like this is you've got the piece of energy around. It's a little late in the 6th. And then there's a storm system firing up, so that's interesting. Let's look at the European. March 1st. It's trying to figure out some sort of an area of low pressure. So there's that. And it's firing up into a pretty nasty little storm system. So, I mean, that's a part of our cycling pattern. What? Is he giving another hint? He is. So anyway, that's kind of another piece that we're watching. But at least for now, it looks like we've got a pretty decent little forecast in Central Florida these next couple of days, right? So tomorrow some rainfall, but through the weekend into early next week, we're looking pretty good. Yeah. Jeannie says, and we all know what happens March 1st. Hint, hint, hint. It's correct. And actually, to that point, let me pull up a post that I made yesterday. I don't know if any of you guys or all of you guys saw this, but give me 2 seconds. Let me just, no, wrong. Eric Burris Wesh. I'm going to my work page. See, this is what happens when you're completely ill-prepared for Coffee Talk. It's not that I'm ill-prepared. I just don't prepare. It's just not what I do. We kind of wing it, and I like that. All right. Let me show you a video I did yesterday. I was up in the chopper to do this story. Okay, wow, Stu. Too loud. Okay, perfect. All right, let me pop this up. So let me just kind of set the stage here for y'all, okay? So getting ready for hurricane season. No. Pause. Turn on the audio. All right. So getting ready for hurricane season, there's already a lot of discussion about water temperatures, okay? And how those water temperatures are getting warmer. So filed this, I don't know why I went black. Filed this report. Take a listen. Kind of interesting stuff. Take a listen that we can discuss, all right?
Yeah, we are still months away from hurricane season, so one has to ask, what could this mean for us? First Warning meteorologist Eric Burris joins us from Chopper 2 at the beach.
Well, first off, remember, it is February after all. Our water temperatures are chilly. They're in the 60s, right? But thousands of miles away from us, in the main area that tropical systems form, the open Atlantic, things are quite different. Take a look. In red, the 2024 water temperatures. In orange, last year's water temperatures. And that white line is the average over the last 40 years. Last year was the warmest water temps in the Atlantic on record. This year, well above even that. In fact, water temps right now are the equivalent to a normal May. Wow. That's one indicator, right? But believe it or not, scientists are also looking to the Pacific Basin, okay? This winter, the Pacific Ocean ran warm, indicating what we call an El Nino pattern. But looking at this summer and fall, we should start to transition to a cooler Pacific, or a La Nina. The reason that this matters is because La Nina actually helps to optimize tropical system development. Another big indicator that has folks watching. Back out to our beaches in Chopper 2, it is stunning. It's still winter, there are no worries, but just a couple of months away, we know hurricane season comes, and some years can come with a vengeance. And that's why I have, for the last several months, been feverishly working with all of our different computer models, looking at different data to put together our 2024 hurricane season forecast, a long-range look at what's to come in terms of hotspots, areas that have a higher than average threat for landfall, timelines that we could see tropical impacts, and of course, everything you need to know to help you plan your year. That's coming up on Friday, March the 1st, throughout the day on WESH 2. And that's the very latest from Chopper 2. Eric Burris, WESH 2 News.
All right, so it's obviously awkward when I toss to myself, but that's really an interesting proposition, and I wanted to show that story because now that it's time for us to talk about it, let's talk a little bit about it, right? Look at the ocean temperatures, okay? This is the temperature anomaly map. Gray shades is average temperatures, right? So we've got plenty of that nearby us. The Gulf Stream is obviously running warmer than average. That's what the Gulf Stream does. And right along the shoreline, we're nice and chilly. But it's out here. It's out in this open ocean area. That is where those water temperatures are running at historic levels. And this is that graphic again. But now we can talk about it. And we talked a little bit about this on Coffee Talk yesterday before I so rudely had to run away. Look at that for a moment. The 30-year average line in white there, the gray is kind of where the 30 years have been, or the 40-year average line. Last year, we were like, holy crow, this is hot. This year, holy crow, it's hotter. Yes, it's Celsius. I need to add a label. Stand by. I'll add the label real fast while we're talking. Because I noticed that when the story aired yesterday, and I'm like, oh boy, forgot to do that. degrees Celsius. Enter. There. That way, at least now it's labeled. Anyway, so that's something. Now remember, hurricanes need more than just water temperatures to develop. But that's something. So yeah, we're looking at so many different things. And golly, a week from tomorrow, I will also tell you, I was up with Jeremy Nelson until late, 9:30 yesterday. Yeah, 9 or 9:30. I was up late last night working with him. It was that timeline that I usually like get to relax with the wife and watch, Love is Blind or something. But last night I was up until 9 something, sitting in this chair working with Jeremy Nelson. We have finalized the forecast. It's done now. So my forecast, his forecast, they are done, locked in. It's a little later than last year. Last year, I feel like we finalized it around the 15th. But we're done now. So March the 1st, next Friday, I will be in Huntsville, Alabama, but I will still be broadcasting. I will still be broadcasting to all of us, okay, on this forecast. Jeannie's asking any teasers. I feel like the last 10 minutes have been a teaser. I'm constantly throwing out little hints, though. Constantly. Michael, do you have a degree character key on your keyboard somewhere, given how often? No, it's like Alt 248. Tim, how about a sneak peek since it's done? The sneak peek is that in the corner, instead of it saying draft 3, it says final. That's what it says. Yeah, it's and you know what's interesting is there are some modifications. Like I even sent I sent Santa Bruce a graphic. We were just briefly chatting. Like that graphic has changed. There have been some tweaks. So yeah. We're a little off the rails over here. Sushi. Can't get past the ocean boiling. I know. So anyway, it's done. It is done. Now I have to write up the report, and then have my report. I need to send my report to a couple of friends to preview for grammar, for ease of read. So I've still got some work to do, but we're done. Yep. Priscilla says, you must be relieved. You and Jeremy, congratulations. Thank you, Priscilla. I will say that I still have 2 packages to write, and I'm doing the morning newscast on Monday, and I'm taping a piece with Sonica that will air Friday because I'm out of town, and we want to make a full release of this. So there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work to do here still, but the actual the lines on the map, all that fun stuff, that's all done. It's all done. Yeah. Joey, take on the new cone from the National Hurricane Center. We've basically done that at WESH for years. They're just changing the graphical version of what they do. Yeah. So there's that. Lucas, how was the promo? The promo is good. I haven't gotten a copy of it yet. I'm told I'll get it today. So as soon as I get the promo, I will post it. Summer prediction, hot and dry. I mean, that's where we're at. Arnett says big accomplishment. Thank you. I mean, for me, I think the big accomplishment will always be when March 1st hits and all of the things are done. All of the things are done, But I'm so proud of the work that we have done. When I look at, I got to make sure I don't click the wrong. Okay, so this is the 2003 pop. Like these were last year's hotspots. Let the graphic load. These are last year's hotspots. Every single storm hit a land, like a hot zone. So yeah. You mean we're not going to be... Oh, we're going to be moist, Taylor. We're going to be moist. Swamp tush. You ever hear of it? So this is last year's forecast, hotspots, and last year's actual storms. Yeah. So does your long-range forecast next Friday get into the weeds, or is it just a summary, brief overview? No. We go in the weeds. So if you've never been around for the forecast reveal, let me just share with you what we do. Okay. So this is Wesh. I'm going to share with you wesh.com/hurricane forecast. Okay. This is that website. And if you go there today, you're going to see last year's forecast. I've not touched it. I mean, I'll probably like the end of
workers' comp case. Don't choose bigger.
The end of
Choose
February,
better.
I'll
At
probably
Van Dingen Law, we don't
I'll probably take it down. But this is the forecast that I put out last year, okay? I don't need you. This is the forecast that I put out last year. That, by the way, is looking at our success for the 2022 hotspots. But this is Coffee Talk from last year. All right? It's 58 minutes. No, it's 56 minutes of a deep dive. Right?
Is a special edition of Coffee Talk. As we have done for several years now, March the 1st is the day that we reveal our
Ready to go.
annual hurricane season forecast. This is the day where we don't talk
Right,
about
so
local weather at
I don't know
all.
where it went.
Instead, we just discuss everything tropical.
But anyway, so that's the Coffee Talk.
Wednesday morning.
There it is. And
the
it's
Carolina
it's a long
coastal
duration.
Jeremy, I would imagine it'd be these dates,
Yeah,
right?
I-
And it's
I
not.
do it with
It's
Jeremy
not.
Nelson. We take your questions.
Everybody. Here's.
I usually put on a nicer shirt.
I hate to use the word North Atlantic because when I think North Atlantic, I think way up north.
Right. But anyway,
but
so
somewhere out
next Friday is going to be probably an hour-long deal, and it's going to go into it. But that was what you're looking at is what we call the POP, the proof of performance of last year's. All right, so tomorrow, nobody likes a tease, kinda, but stop it. Listen, none of you. I can promise you. Taylor, Lucas, all of you that are hanging out, I know for a fact when you see this, you're not going to be surprised by anything that we do. You're going to pick up the details, but nothing of what I'm going to show you on next Friday should be a surprise. Justin over on YouTube's asking a really good question. Were the WESH execs always supportive of your long-range forecasting techniques? Did it take a lot of selling of it, considering it's not widely used or at least known by the average Joe? Oh, it took a lot of selling. I can tell you that my first manager was like, well, what if you get it wrong? And I'm like, dude, what if you get it wrong? We still show a 7-day forecast. We still do the best we can. So anyway, it took some selling. What I did is I case studied Hurricane Charlie, and that is how I sold it to them. All right. I believe we've got Claire Metz tomorrow morning, y'all. Need to reach out to her, but I believe so. I know. We're going to figure it out, Jeannie. We're going to get a second one tomorrow. All right, I got a call with the boss now, so I'm going to go be the sunshine in someone else's day. I will see you all tomorrow. And a week from tomorrow, we've got the hurricane season forecast. Be there or be square. Mike says Eric is having weird weather foreplay with us. Oh, my good God. Mike, get out of here. But also, kind of. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.